who wants to do some hardwood floors. So this is my foyer here. It looks like some Douglas fir 4-inch planks. I'm going to refinish it. Before I do that, I want to put a containment up. So that's why I have the poly here. Now underneath this, or sorry, over top of this was some laminate tile. And it was pretty garbage. So I basically got rid of it so that I could refinish this by using a belt sander. Probably going to use an orbital. Stain it with some really heavy finish, because most people that come through this door are going to come here with like muddy or mushy or slushy boots or whatever. So yeah, so I'm going to put this up now and get started. We'll keep the dust out from while I'm belt sanding, so I don't have to be vacuuming everything. So basically, now when we want to leave, we can just go through here. Extension cord for outside. I mean for inside the little room. Yeah, I'm getting that extension cord here so I can run some power into that little room. So I have my sander here now. This is just a kind of orbital, kind of jitterbug type of sander. I should be using a belt sander, but I didn't have one, and I gotta wait like 2 or 3 days. So I'm gonna try to see what I can do with a heavier grit. So what you want is like a really coarse grit, and then you'd want to work your way up to something a little less coarse, like 150. This might be something like 120 or 100, and then you want to go eventually to something like, hey, maybe 600. That might be a little overkill. I have a whole bunch of sheets here of 120 that I'll probably use up on just this amount of floor. It's probably well more than enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rip this sheet here, okay, so that it fits. They're usually ripped into thirds. This stuff is actually really hard to rip, but this one I've already used here, so I might put it on and just get full use out of it, because it is not quite used 100% yet. So I just install the paper, and I'm not going to turn this on now, but I'm just going to go with the grain, and I'm going to keep this as level as I can. It looks like it can do like 2.5. It looks like you can do 2.5 boards over here, so that's basically what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to start from this corner and maybe work my way out. So when I turn this on, you're not going to be able to hear anything. You're just going to be able to see stuff, and there's going to be a lot of dust. So yeah. So you can see that the spots are really high over here. The light's coming in through here, so you can kind of see basically what I'm getting. And I'm going to keep doing this until it's pretty much level. So I have a lot of sanding ahead of me now, so we're going to just use the magic of editing to cut. I've sanded down half of this floor, and I started putting down the stain. And the Douglas fir seems to be taking the stain really nice. So basically I have a water-based, it's water and oil-based stain. What I do is I just to protect my hands from getting too much on them, I put a sock on here like this, dip a little bit of the stain in, and I just spread it around using just a regular kitchen sponge. Okay, and I spread it on, and I'll leave it on for about a couple seconds here, and that'll just be so that it goes on real even. Just a couple seconds, maybe 30, 40. And I'll keep doing this till the whole floor is done, putting it on, wiping it off, just like that. Then we wait for it to dry and we'll put on a clear coat. So this stuff here is Minwax fast drying polyurethane clear gloss. So what you want to do is you want to open this up. You want to dip the brush inside here, and you just want to go back and forth. And I put 3 coats on. Rather than film it, I'm just going to tell you that that's what I did. And as you can see here, we have a pretty glossy, durable floor that hopefully will withstand pretty much the elements of people coming in with snow on their boots and such like that. And it's a pretty good, I think, upgrade from before and after. Even our transition piece looks great. I took like the hammer and I just kind of put a couple dents into it because it was recently machine finished wood. So I just just put like some dings in it here and there, like what I'm doing right now, which makes depressions in the wood, which kind of ages it a bit, so that it matched this old 1940s Douglas fir. So that is how you refinish the floor.